And I'm going to try to hold this camera as steady as I possibly can. And this is our little setup here for the food shot. I want to show you how simple I did the lighting for this. I'm just using a scrim. I'm here on my front porch, one of my favorite places to shoot. Got little white walls all around, so it bounces light around and looks pretty good. And I've got this little table here. It's basically my little table where I sit and write and do things. And here's my set. You can see I've got the sun modified with the scrim. That's the middle of a 5-in-1 diffuser. And if we come over this way, you can see I have a white bounce card here. That's catching that diffuse light. And I have a card on this side, but I want you to notice how the card has a little bit of direct sunlight on it. That direct sunlight on that card behind my set gives me a hot line right down through here. Right down through here. You can see the shadow that's created by it. It gives me a nice feeling across the tomatoes here. Look at these tomatoes. So I've got backlight here, even though it's got some shapes in it from my tree, etc. A soft backlight, and then that little powerful kicker right over there. That's bringing me a little bit of edge here. And this guy up front is softening up the front of it. So it's a very simple little set. Now, I have my I got my new car book sitting there because I wanted the top of this set to go a little bit dark. Now I'm going to remove it and you can watch the set get brighter. Do you see that? I wanted the top of the set to get a little bit darker and not have that feeling of light. So I'm going a little bit dark at the top, letting it come down, be brighter at the bottom of the shot. Over here I've got a little piece of aluminum foil that's angled to throw highlight. You can see the shadow from my finger. That's giving me a little bit of highlight on the top of that lime and this lime here and right here and right here. We're both getting some highlights. So that's the set. This entire photograph took me all of about 10 minutes, including setup here. So it's kind of a fast, quick way to do it. Easy light. You can transfer this to a strobe easily by just making that a softbox right there instead of a sun-lit diffuser. Just use a softbox right up against the back. This is one of the things that I think makes food look really nice is when it's backlit or backside lit. The food looks better and more tasty and more attractive when it's got light from the back. And that's, you know, kind of a rule of thumb. There's always exceptions. Please don't go out there and say you can only shoot food from the back. That's what Don said, because that wouldn't really be true. So let me come down in here. That's kind of the way the light looks here. I don't know if the video's looking all that good. But that's a real simple little food shot we did right here on the porch with some very simple tools. I don't want you to feel here in Project 52 that you have to go out and buy a bunch of Broncolors or Speedotrons or Pro Photos or what have you. You can be very, very simple with your gear. So one last look at the set there.